hello. Okay. Everything seems to be working. So that's good. Wait. Okay, yeah, we're not getting duplicate audio. Okay. That's working, that works, that works. Alright. Welcome. First thing we're gonna be doing is we need to watch some playthroughs. So, I made a game a little while ago called A Short Survey, and there were some problems, apparently. Number one, apparently there is a problem where people aren't actually able to select an option, which is a huge game-breaking bug because they can't proceed through the game. And then there were also like some small usability things if I go over to the submission page. One person suggested something really good. Wait, where is it? Perhaps showing a flashing bar. So like whenever you're typing, just open up Notepad. So there's always a little flashing bar. So this is a typing test, and then the flashing bar goes solid whenever you're typing. So if I can implement something like that into the game, it would actually... Oh, what? Don't say it. It would allow the player to actually realize that it's typing, because there were some people that did not realize that you needed to type, and instead just kind of flailed and randomly pressed buttons. Okay. There's that. Got my whole city and dock set up. So yeah, add the text cursor, and a text, and then blinking, and then a bug that I found while submitting the game was footsteps don't play in the WebGL version, and the chair doesn't fall in the Windows version. Let me just show you what I mean. Oop, that is not the project. There we go. So at the end of the game, this chair falls and you're dragged into the abyss, basically. But for some reason on the Windows version, the chair just doesn't fall, which makes no goddamn sense to me. I have no idea. It might be the way that I'm rotating the chair or something. I'm not quite sure. And then footsteps don't work in the... If I can just... Let me pause the music real quick. So... Turned audio off. Good one. I need to open the menu scene. Alright. Just give this a moment. Settings. Okay, I'm turning volume way up. So, when you start the game, you hear the walking sounds. Those weren't working on the Windows version. And then if I just... I have preset options, so if you just press enter, then you can just skip through everything pretty much. Enter. Enter. So these options weren't showing up for some players, which is a big deal, because then they have no idea what to do. So I'll just choose purple, and these eyes show up every little while. Alright. Hat. Okay. What would be the name of your cat? Mirabelle. So you hear the knock on, like the knock on the door, and then and and then you hear the door opening, and then you hear footsteps. Safe in. And then you hear breathing. The breathing was working in all versions. The door knock was working in all versions. The door opened and closed sounds were working in all versions. Okay, awesome. Wait, the chair isn't working in the Unity version now? What? So that chair is supposed to fall back when you get, like, it literally just teleports to a different rotation and position. It's not doing that. That's a problem. The footsteps aren't playing in the WebGL version for some reason. Let's see, wait, did this guy reply to me? Probably not. But, yeah. I asked him for some diagnostic information so I can figure out what is actually causing the bug. Right now I have absolutely no idea. It could it could be my text system. I feel like it's what it has to be, but I don't know why that would break. Because I've tested this game quite a few times and it hasn't broken yet, which is very good. Oh my goodness, give me one moment. YouTube chat always breaks for custom browser docs. Yes. Okay. All right, there we go. I have YouTube chat back. Good, good. Okay. But yeah, I have absolutely no idea what's happening there. And then one person right there. Turn the music back on. One person right up here. They put their dog's name as like their favorite pet to own, pet type, pet species. Probably should make it to where if they do that, I don't know. I don't know what I could do. I think what I'm gonna do is, so, wait, let me get to that option real quick. Because he put his dog's name, Forest for Bolt, which isn't, like, inherently game-breaking or anything, but it's a little bit awkward. It's a little bit weird. Yeah, we need to do some testing to see if we can find a way to break this part, because this has been my main complaint. Alright, Blair, yes. Blair, what is your favorite animal species to own as a pet? So what I think I'm just gonna do is if they put the same name, because his dog's name was Forest, with 2 R's, I think. Forest is a good choice, Blair. Yeah, okay. Yes. Awesome. So, give me a moment. Name of your forest. So I think that, although I don't know, huh? Because the way that I have it structured, it doesn't really make much sense. Because it said, like, what is the name of your forest? What I was thinking about doing is if they input the same string for both, then I can just say, like, forest is a good name for a pet instead of a forest. that would work. I don't know. I don't really know if that's necessary. They're doing it to themselves. Yeah, the main thing I want to fix are these two, and then figure out what the heck is happening here. I have no idea what people are getting stuck on this. And I'll obviously add the text cursor. But, so a few people did send me some playthroughs when I originally uploaded the game. So I'm going to look through those, let's watch them on stream, and then maybe the game breaks in some way or some unintended way, and I can add to the bug list, so. Okay. Ooh, where is it? Let me just open all these. Okay. Boop. Boop. Nope. Alright, and you.
And our fourth
Okay. Alright, let's see if this somehow breaks. So far, so good. Alright, so it works for this guy. Everything seems to be going as intended. Oh goodness.
0x just raided with 1 viewers.
Hey! Thanks for the raid, man. How's your stream? How'd it go? We're just watching play. So I made a game, a horror game, uploaded it to Twitch, and we're just watching a playthrough right now. There is a game break, or a few game breaking bugs that I need to fix. This isn't really exactly game breaking, but one main one. I'm looking if anyone ran into it in any of the playthroughs, and if they did, then hopefully I can recreate the steps and then fix the problem. But that's what we're doing right now. Hey, thanks for the follow.
0x just followed.
Is it Oxwars or is it 0xwars? Because TTS is saying the 0. Okay, everything is working as intended. this break it? Nope, works fine. You know, seeing people play a horror game you made is a very funny experience. I feel like with a lot of games, like if I see someone like play a precision platformer I made, I'm gonna be like, oh wow, like they use like this tech or did this. I just find it deeply hilarious when people get even a little bit disturbed by something I made. Wait a minute. He just pressed enter and it didn't change his text color. I didn't even know you could do that? Oops. That's not good. That's fine. How does that happen? I'm pretty sure in the code I specifically made sure you couldn't do that. Looking good. Good luck with it. Thanks. Okay. Everything worked fine there.
Welcome to a short survey. I'm Emily, and let's get straight into the settings.
Alright, there's only 2.5.
Okay, let's start. Why did I spawn in a long hallway? A door. Left click to interact. Okay. This is a weird place to do my survey. Can I... That scared me. Can I sit down? Okay. Welcome to the Company Go survey. Press enter to continue. Enter. Enter your name. We'll just say Ollie. Welcome, Ollie.
Okay.
That's weird. Why are you making my name jiggle? Ollie, out of these 4, what is your favorite color? 1, blue. What is that? What is that?
Okay, that works fine.
Why can't I get up? I can't get up. What is that? Green, obviously. What is that? Oh god. What is happening? Great choice, Ollie. Whoa, that's cool.
Man.
Ollie, what is your favorite animal species to own as a pet? Ooh, okay. Human is a good choice, Ollie. That's not right.
He just pressed enter.
Ollie, hey, I don't like red. What are you doing? Do you see us? 1, yes. I do. We see you, Ollie. Well, I'd hope so, because you're all staring directly at me. If you couldn't see me, I'd be kind of worried for your
Okay.
eyeballs. Ollie, we're back to green. Okay. What would be the name of your human? Ollie is a good name for a human. Thank you. I don't know if that's
He just pressed.
compliment or...
Wait. Okay. Wait. Did he
Why
just
can't I
press
get up?
enter?
I can't get on, obviously.
Or
Oh,
did I
God.
miss something?
What's
Is there a
happening?
problem?
Ollie, what species to own as a pet? Ooh, okay. Human is a good choice,
Okay, he just cut. Did he enter something?
Ollie. That's not right. That's not what I chose.
That's
Ollie.
not what I chose. That's what he just said. That's not what I chose. Huh, okay.
Hey, I don't like red. What are you doing?
That's
Do you
not
see
good.
us? 1, yes. I
Huh.
do. We see you, Ollie. Well, I
Wonder if that happens
because
in
you're
other
all staring
playthroughs.
directly at me. If you couldn't see me, I'd be kind of worried for your eyeballs. Ollie, we're back to green. Okay. What would be the name of your human? Ollie is a good name for a human.
Presumably you
Thank
just
I don't know if
entered
that's
Ollie
like
again.
a compliment or... I'm gonna take it as a compliment. You know what? Thank you. Ollie, where would you most like to visit? Your room sounds...
He just... Okay, is he just pressing... Because these are the defaults. So I think he's just pressing enter.
Lovely. Yeah, I guess I do prefer my room. Ollie, why do you want to visit your room? We hope you stay safe in your room. Why did I just hear someone breathe on my... No, I'm done. Ollie,
Wait,
is
why was-
there anywhere to run?
The audio
Ollie,
changed.
thank you
I can't tell if this is the video
for
or if
your submission.
something's wrong.
No. Yes, I do prefer my room. Ollie, why do you...
Oh, I think that... Okay, that has
Is
to be
there
editing.
anywhere
That has to be
run?
editing.
Ollie, thank you for your submission.
He cut so much.
Is he still there? I can't hear him anymore. You're welcome. Help! Help! I'm getting dragged
Okay,
away.
awesome.
Help!
Okay,
Help!
I don't know if there was anything wrong with that.
I want to be owned as a pet. No. Help me.
Okay, but on to the next one.
My name is Staz. And today
Okay.
we're playing a game called A Short Survey. This game was submitted for the Scream Jam 2023, and it was made in, I think, a week, it said in the description.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm glad to see that
Well, this is a
everyone
creepy
got
room.
into the, or so far, everyone got into the chair pretty easily.
Oh. I got locked in.
What seems to be the pattern is people look
We
around
are
for a
off to
little
a great
bit and
start.
then go directly to sit down,
Alright, we'll ignore that for now.
which is what I intended.
Hmm.
Okay.
Welcome to the company survey. I don't know what that other thing says. Press enter to continue. Enter your
Okay.
name. Well, that's easy. I can do that. My name is Staz. Welcome, Staz. Thank you. I feel welcome. Out of these four, what is your favorite color? Blue? Green? Eye? Is that an eye?
Okay.
Okay. Orange.
So it
winked
works
at me.
properly on this one.
Orange, purple. Oh no, now there's one in the corner. Okay,
Okay.
green or purple? I like them both. I like purple, but green goes better with my skin tone and my eyes. That's important when making these decisions.
Gotta make a choice.
Great
Okay,
choice,
that works
Staz.
fine.
You mean I made a good choice today? That never happens.
Okay.
Staz, what is your favorite animal species to own as a pet? Good question.
I
I'm
do
gonna
think
go
it's
with
funny
dog.
that the way that the last guy answered, which was not at all, kind of insinuated
is a
that
good
getting
choice,
dragged
Staz.
back was
Thank you. I know it is.
the person behind him owning him as a pet.
Staz, do you see us?
Which is not intended, but it is
Uh,
really funny that he took
If
that.
you're the thing in the right and the left corner, then yes, I do. We see you, Staz. No, you don't. I know this game. You are lying. Staz, what would be the name of your dog? I don't know. I'm gonna say Bob. I don't know why. But I'm gonna spell it Bob. Just because. What was that noise? Bob is a good name for a dog.
It
isn't
seems like it probably took. So my
Yes.
estimate
Where would
for
you most
the
like
playtime
to
of this
visit?
game was.
That's a really good question.
My estimate for the playtime was about 5 minutes. I think it's taking people a little bit less time than that, like 3 to 4.
I don't know.
Because this,
I think
like,
I would like
she's
to
taking quite a bit of
cross
time
the
to
pond
explain her
and visit Norway
thoughts.
because I am part Norwegian, apparently. Norway sounds lovely. Yes, it does. Apparently, it.
Okay, everything seems to be
I
going
thought I
fine so
heard
far.
something. Why do you want to visit Norway? Because I am Norwegian. Oh, there is someone here. You know, breathing in someone's ear is generally frowned upon. We hope you stay safe in Norway. I hope so too. I think it's a pretty safe country. In the top 10. Staz, is there anywhere to run?
Okay.
That's a very odd question. And apparently I only have one answer. Staz, thank you for your submission. You are so welcome.
Alright, everything works fine
I think.
here.
Oh,
Wait.
for your. I think. Oh,
Was it? Okay, wait. The chair's not following the Windows version. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work on the WebGL version either. Either that or all the playthroughs were in the Windows version. I already checked and it doesn't work in Unity anymore. I swear it did at one point, but I'm not sure what happened. Okay. On to the next one.
For this one we have a short survey.
We got a couple more. Okay, it goes right to the screen.
Welcome to the... What the fuck? I don't even know if that's this is
Okay.
company something. I don't know. Enter
Not a single person's been able to read Co.
Okay.
It's Company Co. Which stands for company.
Out of these four, what is your favorite color?
Okay, the color
Blue,
selection works here, or at least
green,
it's displaying.
orange, or purple? Out of those four, blue, probably.
I'm trying to think what someone could do to make that not trigger.
What
Maybe
is
if they
your
spam
favorite
enter or something?
Animal species
Break
to
just
own
huh.
as a pet.
Okay.
Definitely dogs.
Let's speed this up a little bit.
What?
Okay.
There's no choice. It's just yes. What would be the name of your dog? Well, I have one, and his name is Gibson. Well, I mean, I didn't name him, but yes, it is a good name for a dog. I
Alright.
agree.
The knock worked.
Where would you most like to visit? On vacation? Or Tokyo? Probably, I guess.
Okay.
Why do you want to visit Tokyo? Because it would be super cool to see.
Okay, wait. Okay, footsteps did work, so he's definitely playing on the Windows version.
Where would you most like to visit? On vacation?
I
Or
think all these
uh,
were played on the Windows
Tokyo?
version.
Probably, I guess. Because it would be super cool to see. I don't know what. How do I answer this shit? That'll probably never happen, but yeah, I mean, no. Is
Sort of
there
funny.
anywhere to run? No, I guess it's my only choice. Thank you for your submission. What? I don't know what's happening.
These
Did
guys
you
seem
die? I don't know what's
generally
going on.
confused the entire time.
Okay. Anytime. Okay, whatever. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck just happened. That was creepy. Kinda, but I'm not sure I really get it. But
Okay.
I think we got killed, but I'm not sure. I don't know why. Or why we were.
Game is called A Short Survey, developed by
This
Shitty Owl,
is
and that's all you need to know. Let's start.
3
playing.
minutes.
Oh, I can move. Thank you. Thank you very much. I like moving.
Okay.
Hmm.
This is the
Anything
last
suspicious
walkthrough
here?
I could find.
Alright, let's get
But someone in the
to
comments
PC.
said that
Welcome to.
in the comments of somewhere, it might have been the submission. Where was it? Someone complained about this problem and said that they found in a walkthrough that the problem was there as well. Graphics, nope. Nope. I seem to be stuck in front of the color question with no choice or mean to go further. Did I miss something? Group game? Okay. So that's another person that had the problem. Where? I swear I saw this. Am I going crazy? Okay, yes. The game looks cool, but I got stuck at the first question. Favorite color. The survey stops and do not print me the choices. Like it did in a video. Okay. So They did not find it in a video. They watched a video to confirm that that was not intended. Shucks, man. Okay.
To the company something survey. Press
No
enter
one can read
to
Go.
continue.
No one can read Go.
Enter your name.
It's too cursed of a word.
Niven? Welcome, Niven. Thank you. This feels personal now. Niven, out of these four, what is your favorite color? Blue, green, orange, purple. I like green. Great choice, Niven. Oh, this feels very personal now. Niven, what is your favorite animal species to own as a pet? Human
You just
is
press
a
enter.
good choice. What? No, I didn't click human. Hold on.
He didn't. Oh, okay. I think.
What is your favorite animal to own? I guess
Did he restart the game? I think he pressed enter, then restarted the game because he didn't get to pick a choice. That's probably what happened to the other guy too. He probably just pressed enter without like thinking too hard because he didn't like fully comprehend the text. He probably just saw it finish and then automatically press enter because that's what you need to do with the rest of the text. Okay, I think I need to probably get rid of the enter option without like inputting anything. I feel like you probably need like, yeah. If you don't input anything, then I see how that can be pretty confusing.
hold on. I guess it's dog. Niven, do you see us? Yes, I do. We see you, Niven. Oh, what? What the fuck?
Good on this guy for restarting to
Niven,
fix my mistake
would
and
you
continue the
be?
video continuity.
what would be the name of your human?
What? Wait, did
You
he?
see- I guess. Hold on. I guess it's dog.
What is this?
Niven, do you see us?
Wait,
yes,
what?
I do. We see you, Niven. Oh, what? What the fuck? Niven, what would you be?
What would be the name
of your human?
It's not what he
um,
inputted. It's actually
Dicky.
just not what he inputted.
Dicky is a good name. Thank you for a human pet.
I'm really confused.
Niven,
Wait, what happened?
Where would you most like
Wait,
to
how did he go
visit?
back and input dog? There's no go back option. It's like literally not possible in the code.
Home?
Did he? Wait,
Home
I'm
as a
actually
pet.
going crazy. Wait, what is
Human
happening?
Favorite animal species to own as a pet. Human is a good choice. What? No, I didn't click human. Hold on.
That has to be a, so that's a cut.
What is your favorite animal to own? I guess. Hold on. I guess it's dog. Niven, do you see?
Wait. Okay. Whoa. It's hurting my brain. Isn't there a I'm pretty sure that I added a text option after you say wait, give me a second. I need to test this. Cuz I think that there's a cut there, which is why it's so confusing. Okay. Okay, press enter. Yes. Okay, enter your name. Etho. Welcome, Etho. Awesome. Okay. Out of these four, what is your favorite color? I probably do need to make these text options also a little bit faster. Well, I don't know, maybe not. It gets boring when you've seen it for the 20th time. Okay. Dog. Dog is a good choice. Yeah, no, he did cut. He had the move. Why? That's so weird.
Us?
Why would he
yes,
do
I
that?
do.
Okay.
I see you, Nivel. Oh, what? What the fuck?
What?
Nivel, what would you be? What would be the name of your human?
Because yeah, he had to have gone
Dicky.
back and then
Dicky is a good name. Thank you.
recorded
for a human
that
pet.
question and then
Niven,
cut back to the
Where
original
would
recording.
you most like to visit?
I take it back. Not good on him. Confused the hell out of me.
Home? Home sounds lovely. Niven, why do you want to visit home? We hope you stay safe in home. Niven,
Okay, the footsteps are happening.
is there anywhere to run?
He's definitely playing on the Windows
No.
version.
Yes. No.
Try to type yes.
Niven, thank you for
Nice.
your submission.
Okay, wait, just to confirm he's playing on the
Survey.
Windows version.
Owl? And I can move. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he is
I
playing on the Windows version. Okay, well. I still have no idea why that is a problem. I guess we're just gonna have to do a lot of testing. I wonder if it's like the version that they're on. Like maybe Windows 11 has problems, but Windows 10 doesn't, or something like that. I also don't know if it's a WebGL problem or a Windows problem. It seems to be like decently rare, but not so rare that it's not happening, which is a problem. Okay. Well, let's get the easy stuff done first, the stuff I can actually do without a bunch of testing. So that's going to be... Let's add the text cursor first. Let's add an actual feature. Okay. Properties. Wait, ooh, properties. Awesome. Wait. It's been a little while since I've actually thought this project, so hopefully the code isn't too much of a mess. That's a text engine. I don't... Yeah, oh my goodness. I need to actually just reread all of this code and figure out what any of this actually is. Okay. Okay, how does this stuff actually work? This is not the right scene. Same scene. Alright, awesome. Screen as the... Where? What? Okay, it's probably on the text manager. That makes sense. Okay. Dialogue manager. What in the world? Okay. What actually happens here when I play the game? It's been like a month and okay, so that's not exactly what I wanted. Okay, it creates these screen types, if I remember correctly. Yeah, screen list is an object. Its own class? Wait, is this... Did I put this in the same class? Okay. Alright. So if I remember correctly, I have a JSON file. Where is the JSON file? Scripts. Okay, so I have a JSON file that manages all of the options in text. And then I have the dialogue manager, which at the start takes those, it reads them, and then it creates a what is it, a screen list? Is that an array? Yes. Okay, so it makes an array of screens. And then okay, these are just where do I actually take enter? Player input option 1. Where is enter an option? What in the world? Oh no, that's in the text engine. Wait, okay. So I think that's probably why he was able to, that one player was able to press enter and then just get a white player text. Is that fine? Do I care? Alright. This just replaces all of the things in the JSON file, like color, animal name, with whatever the player inputted. This sends us to the text engine to start scrolling the text. What is this called? Okay, functionality manager. What do? Presumably manage functionality. Oh, okay, because this is the text, and then this actually takes in. This is where it manages this giant switch statement. Oh, brother. Okay. So this manages the functionality. Goodness gracious, why did I do it this way? Okay. Okay. So this, if it's on the end screen, it stops the breathing audio, and then it goes to the player script. Play audio variation confirm. Okay, yeah. So it plays the confirm audio, and then it starts dragging the player. That seems to be working fine. Although the chair rotation's messed up for some reason. Why is this a problem? Chair position, chair rotate. Why? What? Oh, okay. Chair position, chair rotation, chair rotation. Is this actually set? Chair rotation. Yes. That is set. Why is this not working? Okay. So it waits a second. Why did I set this to... Okay, so it waits a second, zooms out. Okay, so it zooms out, and then it waits until it's done zooming out. And then... sets the player position to the start position so they're not in a wonky spot. And then it sets the chair position and chair rotation. Why doesn't that work? Okay, I'll deal with that later. Not currently working properly. Okay, what does this do? This makes the player fall, so it loops their position to the fall position, It makes them look at the terminal while they're falling. Okay. And then, wait a second. And then drag them number of drags times, and then this is fine. This is all working. This isn't working. None of the walking audio is working for some reason in the WebGL version. The reason that I think it's happening is that the audio is too short. It's playing too rapidly, and something with the way that WebGL compresses things is making it to where it can't actually display the audio. If I'm guessing, it's probably like a Chrome thing. Like a problem with the web browser. Although I'm curious if I make it 2 audio sources instead of 1, if it'll actually work. So we could try that, but this isn't working right now. Actually, is this working? I don't know. This might be working. This specific bit might be working. I'm just gonna put a note here. Test to see if walking audio is playing. The dragging audio is definitely playing. I know that. Okay, and then just drags the. What does this do? What? Oh, we're still in this. Where is this for lip ends? Okay. What do you do? Does it just drag the player one more time? Why would I want this? Okay. Oh, the game's still playing. That's what that sound is. I was wondering what that slow drone was. Okay. Look. Guess it does another drag? For some, it does one last drag. This all seems to be working. This isn't a problem. I'm just trying to familiarize myself with the code again. Okay. Text box. Why does it start scrolling? Oh, okay. So it sets the text box to the end text, and then it scrolls to the end text. It just types it out. Awesome. This is all kind of working. That's fine. What could possibly stop? Oh my goodness, this is so jank. Yeah, this is kind of jank. I even added the note. This is kind of jank. Get next word. Parse for key phrases. Okay. Okay, the play audio is working, I think. Wait time is... There's no problems, doesn't matter. Wait. Maybe that's actually the problem. Wait. Because people are saying that things... When do I use wait time? I think wait time may literally only be used during the color one. Do I use wait time a single other time? No, Yes, I do! At the end. But the first time I use wait time is when people are experiencing problems. Huh. Okay. So they enter their name. This doesn't seem to have any issues. This has issues. This is a problem. Somehow. Okay. Huh. Is there a problem with this? It literally does this. It just uses a Unity function for enumerators. I can't speak. Yeah, enumerators. That should be fine. There should be absolutely zero problems with that, but it just gets the next word, which get next word is used everywhere. What does it do? Get next word. Oh, it's this massive thing. Oh, golly. Okay. When does wait time ever get used? Like, actually ever. Whoa! It gets used here. If should wait. Which is in this giant mess. Oh, goodness. Okay. What could be causing this problem? I told myself that we were going to add the text cursor, but instead I'm parsing my entire code base. I'm actually going to change that to parsing code base. The most boring thing you can possibly do. Okay. Changing music levels a little bit because I think it's really quiet for stream. Okay, that should be better. A little better. There we go. Okay, there. Okay, so array index. I'm sure a second. What are you? Okay. Array index is greater than line char is line char is just the entire text. Where is this? Where do I actually do anything with this? What? Okay. So, current full text. Okay. So it's whatever I input. Which I input, nope, that's the wrong one. Okay. So I input the current string after it replaces everything. Yes. Yes? Yes. Okay. And then okay, so if the array index is bigger than the list size, then stop scrolling the text. Okay. Do I actually have this implemented? When is this used? Should display full text? Wait, is this a feature that I actually added? Is it ever set to true? Do I use this a single time? It's never set to true. Keep in mind I made this game in a week, okay? That's all I have to say. I was going on a lot of caffeine, and one question for my research lesson. Do you update your games? Oop. Continually, or just publish it and fix bugs? So, what I do is I usually will release a game and then like fix the bugs if there's like any huge things. That's just what I'm like for Game Jam games. Now, why are you asking this question? Because I feel like I can answer it better if you give me some context. You said for your research lesson. Like, are you asking what you should do or what I do? Because what I do is whenever I release a Game Jam game, I just bug fix it to make sure if there are any major problems. So if someone wants to play the game. And this game kind of blew up to my standards. Quite a few people play it. You know what you should do if you're actually releasing like a commercial project that people are paying for? Continual updates are pretty standard right now. Like, back in the day when people, I'm collecting some datas for my research. Yeah, if you're just releasing like a small project, I would recommend like just patching it, making sure that nothing's like super broken. But if you're actually releasing like a commercial game, people expect like pretty constant maintenance. If there are any big problems, then you need to fix those. And if it's like a continual content game, like a lot of games are releasing in early access, like survival games, open world games, things like that, then you need to continually update those content. It really depends on what game you're making. But for like a small like this game has a playtime of around 5 minutes, so I'm just patching it real quick. I don't plan on adding any more actual content. Okay. I hope that helps, and if you have any other questions, then just feel free to ask. Alright. First. Why did I do this? Let's see. Thank you much. Yeah, no problem, man. Hope you get some more research points. Some more data points. Ah, okay. I don't think that I actually even use this variable in any meaningful way. I think that I planned to implement this and then never did. So yeah, it's always false. It's permanently false. Okay. Let's get rid of this, and then fix all of the errors. They shouldn't break anything. It will speed things up very, very slightly. Okay. Do you mind if I record this speech of yours and use it for a lesson? Now I will go edit documentation, but believe me, I will watch your videos. Yeah, feel free, man. I don't know if I'm exactly the best teacher, but, or person to be using as reference, but happy to help. One moment. Alright, sorry about that. that shouldn't break the game, hopefully. Okay, back to what I was doing. Let's continue parsing the code and figure out what I actually need to fix. Okay, so get next word is used constantly as for references. That's just making sure that doesn't break or go over the array length. Yeah, that's the word. And your string builder to get the next word. Okay, next command should loop. What should loop used for? Is that all it's used for? Right here? Yes, okay. Okay, so here line chars. Okay, so I'm checking if this is a command. This is the character that I use to start a command. If I look over here, like this is a command, color. Okay. What? Okay, why do I have this? Well, time to find out. What? What is color? What does it mean? Is color? Could this be why it's breaking? What is this? Oh, wait. No, I figured it out. The way that I implemented color was... Wait, where is this? Where are you? Nope, I'm in the wrong script. Okay. Yep, this... I set color as a command so that I can set text color, so that is why these are at the end there. Awesome. So the way that I indicated a command starting is... Where are you? So I have the little alligator thing, greater than sign, then I have the command name, equals the value, and then the less than. This is the greater, one of them, the closing arrow. And then I have the same thing over here, but I have a slash after the little opening arrow. That's to indicate that the command is ended. And then over here, yes, this is the right script. I have... So I have things like is wavy, is wobbly, which... What in the actual world am I doing here? What? Where am I getting these values? This is what happens when you try to patch a game you made in a week. You realize that you did everything horribly and you want to scream. It's absolutely fantastic. Okay. Okay, so I did this entire thing. Okay, so late update. First char. Okay, wait. What? Verts. Okay, so this is a vector 3? What? Where is this used? Is this the first character in the text? I think that's what it is. I think it's the first character in, So what I use is TextMesh Pro. So we go over here. You see all these characters, they're actually meshes. And what a mesh is just, let me open up MS Paint. MS Paint. Oh, it's so... gross and dark. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so... Whoa, hello? I can't draw. That's weird. Wait, give me a second. Hello? Why can't I draw? Let me draw. What? Oh, okay, there we go. So yeah, what, go down to, like, this size. So each, so if I, like, say, like, player. Let's just do the P. So each one of these is actually, each character, when you use Text Mesh Pro in Unity, is actually a mesh. That's why it's called Text Mesh Pro, which is a group of vertices, 4, with a line through the middle. So it's actually 2 triangles, which makes 1 square or quad. You got the little vertices in the corner here. This is a horrible drawing, but that's okay. It illustrates my point. So each one of these is one of these. And what I'm doing here, I think... What is this? Why am I doing it this way? This... Oh, okay. Nope, this is... C# syntax bullshit, to where you don't actually need to put... What I should have done is new vector 3, and now that makes sense. But I didn't for some reason? Okay. There we go. Now it's actually readable. So it's creating an array of vector 3s, and the values are this, this. These are 4 values. What? How is this a vector 3? This doesn't even make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. What? What am I doing here? How am I doing this? Dude, I must have done this at like an unbelievably early time in the morning, where I do not remember what this is supposed to be doing. Okay. When is this used and why? Oh, I know I did this because I was having a problem to where the first character in the string or the line, so wait, let me open up Unity. So the P here wouldn't actually interact with anything like any of my other code. So whenever I would do like whenever I'd wobble text or wave it, that wouldn't work for some reason. I could not figure out why, but I came up with a really hacky solution, which was this. Okay, that's what that is. And then if is wobbling, which I'll explain in a moment, but if that text is wobbling, then for each vector 3 in the wobble ranges, which is a list of vector 3s. Why did I call this range? What? That's not descriptive whatsoever. Okay. Range. Wobble end index. Text box, text info, character count. Okay, so... What? Why did range.y equals 0? Yes. Okay. What does this do? Okay, wait. I had to look at my vector 3. Why did I do this? Okay. Don't ever do this. Don't ever do this. What I did was, instead of creating my own object to store these values, I used a vector 3. Because I needed to store 3 values. So I was like, it's fine, I'll use a vector 3. Why? Why would I do this to myself? So this is the... What? What is wobble range? Okay, no, wait. What? No, that's if the command is an end. What did I... Okay, this is if it's starting it. It adds a new vector 3 that is the array index. What? There, the array index minus the word length, 0, and then the wobble speed. Okay. This is unreadable code. This is why you don't do this. Because if I had objects that I created that actually stored these values, they'd have variable names. So instead of this, it would be a variable name that would be something readable and understandable. I have no idea why I did it this way. This is horrible. Okay, so I add this vector 3 to the array of vector 3s, which this is actually a list, so it adds it to the end. What? Why 0? What is this 0 for? Oh no. Okay, so I said this is the start of the word. So if we look over here, so I don't know if I ever use wobble. Maybe. So wave, so I set the wave, so I set it like, I tell in the JSON file that I want the text to wave here. And then it ends here. So what I'm doing is I'm saying, this is the start of where I want it to wave. I'm changing this later, and then here is the speed that wait, where's the wave? And this is the speed that I want it to wave at. And then when we get to the end of the command, because this entire function is actually just parsing the JSON, it's parsing the string. The JSON file really, but the string for any of the commands that I have here, like this, any of these, scroll speed. So that's what that's doing. This is why you just code it right the first time. I've spent 30-40 minutes trying to figure out what is happening with my own code. And I only wrote this, like, it was like a month, a little bit longer ago. Yeah, ish. A little bit, like a month-ish. Okay. So yeah. Then I set the end, so this is the end. So I just set this to the same value that it was. And then I set this to the same value it was. This is the only value I'm actually setting at the end, which this is the end of the word. Yes. What? Yes. Oh, I know why I'm doing this. The reason I'm doing this is to get rid of, like, the actual command part in the text, so I don't display the command. Okay? That's weird. But that makes sense. Enough. Okay, and then same here. Okay, I understand what's happening here now. That's good. Wait time. What if... Okay, so let's just set should wait to true if the command string is wait time, which I parse for that up here. So this is me parsing for the command type and then command value. Yes. Yes? This was breaks, and then... Okay, wait, what? Okay, so while this is less than the length of the current word, so I called it next word, it's just the current word that's parsing, then, and it's not the end of the command. Okay, this is just if it's, because I have a space, a equals a space, and then a quotation mark at the start of the command. So that's looking for this bit right here. And that's the separation between the command type and the command value. And then it'll eventually reach this, which is the end of the command. Which is, that's what it parses for. Here, I think. Nope. Wait. What? Wait, where is this? Okay, this break. Okay, so it reaches this, then it breaks. And goes next. I think, yes? Yes. So it just stops here. Okay, that's fine. That works. Command end. Whoa, almost moved my text. Looks fine. Okay. This is working. This should be working. Yeah, okay, that's all fine. We hadn't lost in the sauce here. The sauce of my own code. My horribly written absolute disaster code. I'm only doing this one patch, right? I won't have to fix any other problems that I end up creating for myself? Surely. Surely. One moment. Okay. So, I think it's either this. Okay, this should just work. This should be fine. There should be no problem here. It's so inconsistent when the color problem happens. This is truly a bit of a nightmare problem. Huh. So it could be that this is somehow breaking. Very unlikely. It's very unlikely that it is Unity breaking. Could be that this is never getting activated for some reason. Like, I genuinely, I can't think of why this would happen. I might just have to leave it. I mean, we just have to do a lot of testing. And then we should be able to figure it out. I asked, like, a few of my friends to mess with the game and just, see if they run into the same problem. So, hopefully they do, and then we can actually figure out the steps they went through. Which is typically what you do. Whenever you're trying to... If you guys ever want to submit really good bug reports, what you can do is tell them the steps that you did to actually, like, recreate it. So if you can recreate a bug, then it's much easier to figure out what systems in the code were actually causing that. So if you ever do submit a bug report and you have the time, instead of just saying, well, I clipped through a wall and that was kind of weird, you can be like, I was specifically here, I was looking at this thing, and then I inputted this, and then I clipped through the wall. Or, well, the enemy's AI broke. You can be like, well, I was doing this. Like, I was doing this weird thing, and then it broke. So then the programmer, when they look at that bug ticket, can look through their code. Like, they can be like, oh, so it was the AI breaking under this specific circumstance. Oh, that's really weird. And then they look at the code, and they're like, oh, I messed up. It's usually like, oh, a system is working in an unintended way. or not working at all. But always submit good bug reports if you have the time. It's a lot of time though. It's time consuming. Okay. It's fine. Alright. No idea why this is happening. Huh. Well, let's try to implement let's try to add the text cursor first. So adding text cursor. Awesome. So if we can add that, then that'll be a good start. So if I were to add that, you know what I'd do? Because this is what actually, I think that it's the text engine script that actually outputs to the screen. Pretty sure that's what's actually outputting to, whoa, okay. That's actually outputting here. Let me make sure that that's actually true. Scroll text. This, it's current word, and then next word. Full text. When do I actually ever use this? Oh, okay. A lot. These are right here. Awesome. Okay. I wait for seconds, time in between. So this works here. This works fine. So it's probably not the wait for seconds command for the other bug. And so if I were to do this, I would probably, no, not right here. I need to do this where the player types, which we take input for the player typing is in the late update, I think, hopefully, maybe, please, where do I get this? What? Where is this? Where is the player getting this? Wait, where am I taking this? What? Huh. Do I do it in Dialog Manager? That is the only other place it could be. Yes, I think. Yes. Oh, I just set the text box, so it is here. Okay, so if I were to do it, I need to do it in Dialog Manager. That's actually very reassuring, because Dialog Manager is a lot less messed up than... It's a lot less jank than Text Engine. To get this working, I had to... This is so scrappy. Everything about that is scrappy, the Text Engine. But it works. Like, technically it works. Like, pretty much. It works enough to convince the player that it works, which is really all that matters. Okay. Any key down. Wait, that's probably... Wait. Where is the enter? So if I... What? Okay, if it... What? Screen index? Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. Where am I... Why do I input -1 here? What? How does this work? How are you functioning? How does this work? What? Okay, wait, so just... What does option choice do? I don't have a default case. Oh, that's why he can turn his, that's why it's white. But wait, what? Wait, how does that not break the game further? It's kind of incredible that it actually functions. I'm just gonna set a default case to be white, just in case. Like, just in case. Shift F, default. Break. I think that is just F, 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 F. F, 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 F. Yes, I think that's right. Wait. Let me look up white hex code. F, 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 F. Yes. Awesome. F, 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 F. Is there a difference between uppercase? Color picker. I don't know. I don't think it matters. I'm just gonna use lowercase because that's what everything else was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Awesome. Okay. That should be fine. I hope. Okay. This isn't even formatted correct. Wait, yes it is. Wait, yes? Oh, wait, no, this isn't even mine. This isn't my command. This is a Text Mesh Pro style thing. That. Okay. That's fine. That's okay. That's why it works. Because it's not my own thing. If it was my own thing, it would break. That's fine. Probably shouldn't be able to press enter here, actually. I just need to remove the enter thing, honestly. If they are choosing, if it's not, well, I'm gonna add that. Quality of life. Yeah, do not let player press enter. Return, rather. Return if they have not typed anything. Okay. It's on the list. Okay. Should be fine. So this works fine. That's good. Well, do I want this? It's probably fine. Where am I adding the type string? Type string, yes. Okay. Should probably play like a denied sound or something. Let's add that to the list. Inputting nothing. Inputting? Inputting. Play. Deny sound when player tries to input nothing. Okay. It's on the list. Right now we're adding the text cursor. Focus, man. Focus. That's in the dialogue manager. Let's add the text cursor first. Okay. Text cursor. How would I add that? It would be at the end of the text. I would have to add a timer. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have like a... Okay, that's not right. Like this massive... Come on. Come on. Okay, can I actually just... There we go. Nope, I don't want an outline. Cool. Okay. So, if I had like a timer. If I have a timer, I cannot, or I can, if I have a timer that goes off every single time that or like it resets to 0, and then I have like a time. Okay, I'm not explaining this well. So I think I'm gonna do is whenever I type something, whenever the player types something, they're going to have a timer that gets reset every single time they type something. If they stop typing for a little bit, then it will start blinking again. It will also start blinking immediately. Okay, so yeah, that's all I need to do. Okay, cancel. Just make another box. Okay. All right. Let's float. Typed last time. I need to make a public float. Public float typed last time. So what this is going to be is this is going to be the amount of time that it takes before it'll start blinking. And then this is going to be, okay, wait, I should probably rename that. Time until blink. Until cursor blink. Cursor blink. Okay, so update. What is this? Accessing terminal text engine is scrolling. Yes. Alright, awesome. So in this, if I press return, sure. If can type, yes. I can just get rid of this. It's already impossible. Okay. If typed last timer is greater than or equal to time until cursor blink, then make cursor blink. Else typed last timer plus equals time dot delta time. And what time dot delta time is the interval between frames. So update happens every frame, and this is the amount of time since the last frame. So doing this will mean that, well, every 1 second, the value of, I need to just stop touching things. Every 1 second, the value of typed last timer will be 1. Okay, so cursor blink, and then I just need to, every single time that I type, so if any of these inputs happen, then I just need to set the timer to 0. So timer typed last timer equals 0. And time last timer equals 0. And time last timer equals 0. And time last timer equals 0. Okay, awesome. So if they input backspace, hold backspace, or don't actually need that. So if they input backspace or hold backspace, then the timer will be set to 0. Okay, I should probably rename this. Time since last type would probably be a better way to describe that. Time since last type. I'm gonna copy that. Alright. So as I was explaining, if the time since last type is bigger than the time until the cursor blink, then it'll start blinking the cursor. Otherwise, it will add the amount it'll just keep adding the amount of time that has passed to that value. And if we do type, then it sets it to 0 because we just typed. So there's been 0 seconds since last type. So I just have to make the cursor blink. And then when we're not blinking, I need to make the cursor stay at the end. Okay. So, you out of water, man. Yeah, gotta make the cursor stay. That's probably gonna be the easiest. Would be a could. Would this character work? That character would work. Awesome. Plus type screen plus boop. Alright, then if I just add this, then it should just work. In theory. And if we don't, then we need to make the cursor blink. So to do that, I would just need to make a timer. Start now. Okay, let's just make a cursor blink timer. Private float time since last blink. Last cursor blink. Now public float cursor blink interval And I should probably set this to 0. To actually properly initialize it. And okay. You. Then I need a separate timer, or a separate if statement, if else. And then I probably need a bool. Private bool is showing cursor equals true. Okay, come on. True. Where am I? Okay, so if okay, no, wait. Okay, so if the time since last cursor blink is greater than or equal to time, or cursor blink interval, that's what I called it, cursor blink interval, then we need to actually toggle it. Okay, so then we just set, oh no, I do need that, I do need that else statement. Then cursor blink interval equals 0, and I didn't do that here. Time since last cursor blink. Wait, nope, that would be actually fine. I don't need to change that. Cursor blink interval needs to be equal 0. And then we also need the cursor, where is it? Is showing cursor to equal not is showing cursor. So it's just going to toggle that. And then otherwise we're going to times cursor blink, we're going to increment this by the amount of time that's passed. It's the exact same thing here. Okay, I need to make the cursor blink. Okay, and then if cursor is showing, okay, if, actually what I should do instead is make a function to swap the links. Private void toggle cursor toggle link cursor. So let's just do set link cursor. Trying to think. Okay, wait. So I do need that pool. Welcome to the absolute tomfuckery that is programming. At least for me, man. Oh my goodness. Trying to explain this is just horrendous. My brain is frying in real time. Okay. Cursor is blinking. Is linking cursor equals true. Is showing cursor. Is showing cursor. True. Okay. And I need to toggle cursor blink. Okay, and then every single time is showing cursor equals not is showing cursor. Awesome. And then I need to set the text. If is showing cursor. Else. I need to set the text box equal to this, and else I need to set it equal to this. Okay, that should all work. Right? Certainly. What could go wrong? I just need to set all the variables, which are up here, time until cursor blink. Let's go with like half a second, and the cursor blink interval, let's go for like 0.75. Okay. Let's see. This should work the first time. In theory, it should work. But in theory works in practice. In theory, it works, but in practice, it may not. Okay. Press enter to continue. Yes. Oh, goodness gracious. No. No, it does not. It does not work. Ah, I set the cursor blink interval. Ah, shucks. Time since last cursor. That's not good. Okay. And... can't type and not text scrolling. Why was that? It flashed for just a moment when it really shouldn't have. Saw it. Let's play maximized. Should be fine. Should work. Boop. Okay. We don't see it yet. That's good. It's a good sign. Saw it for a moment. Welcome, Ethan. Okay. What? Duh. Good. Okay. Couple of problems. First of all, I need to set this to be like... let's go with like 0.5, because it is... actually, no, 0.75 is fine. 0.75. This needs to be a little bit faster. Like, yeah, like half. That should be good. Why in the world is this happening? So what's happening is it is showing the text before it's actually supposed to be, which is very weird. It should not be happening. Huh, okay. It's also not showing immediately, which is a little bit of a problem. Okay, so if can type, okay. I think I should just, it's not showing immediately. And if it's done scrolling and I can type, then we should just be able to do this. Okay, wait. So if I can type, I'm gonna have to create another pool. Private pool set starting cursor equals false. And then if can't type, if not set starting cursor, then we need to set the starting cursor. And then this should just happen. Like, time since last type should just work. Just set time since last type equals time until cursor blank. And then I need to set cursor, starting cursor true. I need to set this to false whenever they press enter. False. Awesome. Okay. This should now work, but it may not. And that's okay. Welcome to the company code. Wait, is this gonna... Oh, I think it's gonna make a problem. Wait. Ah, oh, shucks, it does. Yeah, okay. Wait, what? So it actually works. Okay, this doesn't work. This just simply does not function. I'm actually just going to remove that, and because it's doing this immediately, which is really weird. It just shouldn't be happening. Because this, if it's scrolling, then this shouldn't be activating, but it still is. Let's just set a print function. Is activating typing. And then print set start cursor. Because what it looks like it's happening is it's actually doing it at the beginning. Like when it starts scrolling the text instead of after it scrolls the text, which is not good and should not be happening. But okay. Welcome to the company co-survey. Press enter to continue. Boop. Okay, well, I was not paying attention at all to this. Let's set this to focus. Let's open up the console. Okay, maybe let's actually not do that quite yet. What happens if I just randomly type while it's scrolling? Because if it's working, if I'm allowed to type, it's probably not good. What if I spam things? Wait. Okay, wait. Okay. So when I press enter, there shouldn't be anything on the screen for a second. That's not good. Test. Welcome, test. Test out of these options. So it doesn't happen here because you can't type. That's fine. Boop. What happens here? Okay, so every single time... Why is that? Huh. Okay. That's not good. Maybe it's because I'm accessing it or something. Does this actually have a reference to the dialogue manager? Dang it. Okay. I think I'm gonna give it a reference. Because if instead of doing this, like directly taking it, I can actually just have a function that will send it over, so we won't have this problem, because it'll get set to the function stack, and then it should, because what I think is happening is this value is getting set, and it's not actually scrolling immediately, because I think the dialogue manager is setting this. Maybe. Give me a second. Is it? No. Wait, why is this happening? What? I have a really jank way to do this that would work. Why? When is this set? Is scrolling text. When are you set? Start scrolling text. Literally immediately. What? Oh. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. This is what's happening. Remember I was talking about that function stack? For a moment, like probably a singular frame, this is setting this variable, like can type. What? Why is it always false? What? Huh? How are they able to type? They shouldn't be able to type. How does this work? Can type's false. Can type is always false. Wait, what? Oh no. Wait, is this where it does it set can type in here? Oh goodness. I feel like it has to, right? Because it's never set. Where is this value being set? Wait, doesn't even have a reference. How is this possible? Where am I setting this? What? How is this happening? This value is never set to true. What? How can they type? This doesn't make any sense. I'm so confused. What? How does this work? What is setting can type to true? Dude, this is so bad. This is why it has to be another script, which is horrible and jank. That's the only way that it's... Yeah, like it has to be, right? Right? What? It's not this script. Okay. Awesome. Incredible. Alright, I'm gonna actually go get some water real quick. I'll be back in like... I'm gonna take like a... probably 3-minute break. Alright? I will be right back. Wait, the audio paused. Okay, there we go. Okay. Alright, I'm back. My water. Some high quality H2O. Okay. So I was trying to figure out. Is that helping? Oh, dude, it's so unstable. Why? Dropping frames like mad. Okay. Huh. Give me one moment. I'm actually going to restart the stream and hopefully that. Okay. Okay. Wait. Alright. We're back. It seems a lot healthier. The stream quality is okay. We're not dying. Nope. No, it's bad. It's really bad. Oh my goodness. Wow. What is happening? What's going on? Oh god, okay.